causing pain. What in this city ain't nobody in Hawaii. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city ain't nobody in Hawaii. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Bad guys do real shit, no one can stop it. Walking in the shadows, always all the profit. Fast cars, big dreams, living on the edge. Haters talking trash, but we ain't even faced. Just some rebels with the cars, breaking all the rules. Bosses in the game, always playing it cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city ain't nobody in Hawaii. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Six in that money, living for the thrill, aiming for the top, gotta make the kill. Street smart, no room for the weak. Cross us once, you'll feel the heat. Taking what we want, we don't ask for permission. Running with the wolves, a dangerous coalition. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city ain't nobody in Hawaii. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Living on the edge, no time for hesitation. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city ain't nobody in Hawaii. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain. What in this city ain't nobody in Hawaii. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. We're the kings of the night, here to stay. Bad guys do real shit, no one can stop it. Walking in the shadows, always all the profit. Fast
Viewer
cars,
discretion
big dreams,
time.
living on the
Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, Heel Faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz, that's Draven Grimes, and we have Fantasy Wars.
Really need to. It just feels right.
Boom.
It just feels right.
Topic.
Part 2. What if Triple H took over creative in the early 2000s? We covered 2002 through 2004. Into 2005, we're going to finish up through 2005 through 2008, 2009, 2010, possibly.
All right. Sounds good. We'll get into that right after this.
Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always causing pain.
All right, we are back. How you doing, brother?
My man, this is my Friday,
Hell yeah.
3-day weekend. I was very excited for it until I got some news that is beyond my control, as far as not being able to go wrestle tomorrow night. So that's a little bummer. But we will persevere. We will move on from it. And old Dick Swing the Geek can suck every fucking inch of my shaft. Oh, and K-pop still sucks. Just letting you know.
And somehow those two things go together.
They do.
I
How
don't
are
know.
you doing, my man?
I'm doing all right, man. Nothing crazy.
I know
Ready for the weekend.
all the crazy shit seems to be happening to me here recently.
Yeah, it sucks for you, but
Yeah, well, whatever. It can't rain all the time,
it can't.
as my idol Eric Draven once said.
Yes.
You know, it's after he got thrown out of a fucking building.
Serious
Good call.
dedication right there.
Good call. So, how did you feel about part 1 overall?
I thought it was very interesting. I was surprised how serious you took it from his perspective. When I first heard of this concept, I was like, Jesus Christ! In 2002, he was a huge egomaniac. He was the evilest he's ever been. Like, that is where I thought the booking would come from that place of ego and all of that stuff. But you booked it like you booked it as if he wanted the company to succeed, and that's pretty awesome.
And you got to think where I started with the booking in 2002. It's right after the invasion shit. After all that completely faded away, you had all of these WCW/ECW guys that needed something to do. You had all this new talent coming in that needed something to do. I mean, I could have went the easy way and just handed him the golden shovel and, just have him fucking bury everybody and become a fucking 20-time champion and, whatever. But I wanted it to be something different. I wanted it to be more meaningful. Because I as much as I pulled from Triple H and NXT/Paul Levesque now, I still try to figure in some storylines that he was involved in around that time and try to put them into perspective to kind of make everything work a little better.
Gotcha.
So here we are. If you want a recap of part 1, just go listen to part 1. There's way too much to fucking cover within the next 30 seconds. So go listen to part 1 before you get to part 2. So in case you haven't, spoilers in 99, 98, 97, so 2005.
Yeah. So remind me what happened the last pay-per-view that we covered.
Well, we didn't really do a pay-per-view per se. We went through certain people's storylines. So let me find 2004 again. So I'll just quickly recap 2004 for you. Okay. Chris Benoit does not have a short reign at WrestleMania 20 for the world title. He has a long one, goes against Jericho, Guerrero, Angle, and Randy Orton before dropping it to a younger talent. I never picked out a younger talent. It's okay. Doesn't really mean anything for the following year. Eddie Guerrero's title run, he doesn't just hold it for a few months. His last well into 2005 with strong feuds against Angle, Brock Lesnar, if Brock stays. Because I never really figured that out. Because remember, 2004 is when we had that god-awful fucking part 1 of Goldberg Lesnar.
Yeah.
Which feels like the same fucking Goldberg Lesnar match we've had every other time.
Only without Stone Cold.
What?
Yep.
Oh. Orton's slow burn instead of Orton being rushed into the babyface and flopping the way he did. Evolution fractures a little slower with Orton as a cocky heel apprentice to Ric Flair. Remember we did that?
Yep.
Where we kept Flair and Bob Orton into it, where he eventually turned on Bob Orton, blah, blah, blah. And then 2004's major takeaway was tag teams and stables. Triple H pushed a stronger tag division with the Dudleys, the world's greatest tag team, Rey Mysterio, RVD, La Resistance, bringing them up to the forefront. That's what 2004 primarily did as far as mid-card/undercard talent.
Right.
Putting together tag teams that work, and for the established tag teams, bringing them up to a new level.
Thank you for that refresher. I remember now.
All right, so let's go into 2005. Let's start with the Never Seen 17. John Chan.
John Chan.
In 2005, we still have John Cena win the WWE title at WrestleMania 21. But instead of instantly making him the Superman kind of gimmick that he kind of portrayed, we book him like a gritty anti-hero rapper. We still keep word life. We don't drop the My Time Is Now just yet. He still beats JBL. He has to earn respects with feuds from Angle, Chris Jericho, and Chris Benoit.
Okay.
Your thoughts on that? Because I know where we both stand on John Cena. I always loved the Dr. Thugonomics gimmick.
Yeah.
I wish it lasted longer. I understand why it didn't, because they were trying to make him like the face sooner than really needed. But I think the Dr. Thugonomics had a little bit of life left.
I agree. I've always loved that. I marked out, when he did the thing against The Rock, when he brought it back that one time. I love that version. The Thugonomics was dope. I love the track. Yeah.
Still on my playlist.
Yeah, absolutely.
How'd you feel about the Doctor of Punkonomics? Oh, come on. That was a nice homage. If anybody was going to pull that out for this final year, it had to be Punk. It worked out so well. All right. So you're good with the whole keeping him as an anti-hero kind of hardcore rapper kind of guy.
Yeah.
We keep him with the Chain Gang. Chain Gang? I remember the Chain Gang.
Big gag is the click.
Yay. All right, so we move from the GOAT to the Animal. Batista's rise is a little bit slower. So instead of Batista instantly dethroning Triple H, with Evolution slowly imploding over the year of 2005, we culminate that with Batista's breakout at WrestleMania 22 in 2006, not WrestleMania 21. This allows for his breakaway and his babyface turn to feel more organic. Dave, please do me a favor and keep Elwood off the audio.
Hey!
Damn it. Dave's out the fucking building. Son of a bitch. All right. So your thoughts on not instantly pushing Batista in 2005, but kind of with the slower breakup of Evolution, we push it to 26, or not 26, 22 in 2006.
I think it's fine. I think if it's done right, he'll come out of it just as good, if not better.
Okay. So let me ask you this, just hypothetically speaking, if we do push it to 2006 at WrestleMania 22, do we still do Triple H versus Batista? Because here's the thing. Who's the champions going into WrestleMania 22?
I don't remember.
John Cena, Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Do we somehow make it into a title match? Or is it good enough to be a blood feud? Because remember, when Batista won the title at WrestleMania 21, that established him as being the next guy for Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still do that? Or do we somehow have... Oh, that takes John Cena's title match away. But it does kind of cancel out that whole match. We'd have to figure that out, because it was John Cena versus Triple H at WrestleMania 22 for the WWE title. If we do Batista versus Triple H, do we take Cena out of the main event spot? And still make it a championship match? Because if you do that, we can remove the Undertaker Mark Henry thing, because they did the casket match at 22. Put John Cena in that slot, but not do a casket match. You just do a great one-on-one match. We finally get like that one-on-one match with John Cena and a prime Undertaker.
Right.
Prime-ish.
I like that.
Okay. Like, none of this set in stone. This is just like bouncing ideas off, throwing it at the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah.
All right. So we're good with the Batista thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No thoughts or queries.
I'm just trying to vaguely remember that year and see if
For
I can't
2005 or 2006?
both.
Okay, so for 2005, They do the breakup. They do the contract signing where he puts Triple H through the table, signs for the world title. He does 3 back-to-back pay-per-views. WrestleMania, Backlash. They skip a pay-per-view and they go to Vengeance. One-on-one, I think is no DQ, and then the last one's Hell in a Cell.
Right.
And Batista goes 3-0. From there, he does a couple more kind of pointless feuds, and then he gets drafted to SmackDown because they were going to do they put John Cena on Raw, they put SmackDown. They had the whole thing of JBL won the SmackDown Championship from a Fatal 4-Way. Teddy Long said, "Fuck you, playa," and made it a number 1 contenders match after he won it for Batista, and he went into a whole thing with Bradshaw going through
I think no matter what, he has to have that feud with Triple H.
I agree.
I just don't know how you fit it into reality because, like you said, it was Angle with that belt at the time.
I would have to change a lot of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of shit. Like for 2006, we'd have to redo the DX reunion. We would have to the start of the Undertaker feud with Batista. So many things would have to be shown. But I still think that it was rushed, similar to how John Cena's was rushed from, what was it, 2004? He was 3rd match at WrestleMania for the U.S. title, to then going to SmackDown's main event and just getting. And I understand it with with Bradshaw needing to kind of step down and kind of back off some, and they needed like the next big baby face, and John was destined for that next big baby face.
Right.
Like the moment the Doctor gimmick went over as a baby, you knew he was going to be champion.
Yeah.
Similar to Batista. Batista just felt like it was rushed, but it was rushed in a way that it made sense. But you still had your doubts for a few months. Trying to get it to where when he does break away and he does have that feud and he does beat Triple H, there's 0 doubt. Like he is the guy coming out of that.
Yeah, so I mean, you have to do a lot of shuffling. Juice might not be worth using that.
Okay, that's fine. So I got 2 more for 2005. Let's finish up 2005. We'll go to our first commercial break.
All right.
So, 2005, my man, the best in the world, CM.
Oh shit.
So originally, CM Punk does sign a developmental deal late 04 into 05, but he goes to OVW for a year before getting brought up to ECW in 2006.
Right.
We all caught up. So instead of him going through developmental and over to ECW, we have him signed from Ring of Honor under Triple H, but he debuts sooner and is presented as a unique voice of the independents. Similar to how he was booked in ECW years later. Similar to how he was booked when he dropped the pipe bomb. He could have feuds with Chris Jericho. We could have got a feud with Eddie Guerrero before his untimely passing. We could have had feuds with Undertaker when he was in his prime. Because to me, 2003 to 2005 was like prime fucking
Right.
And we put him in the U.S. title contention. Because I still think it's too soon to put him into the main title contention. But we could also have him still, and this is where you blur the lines, still have him run around with a Ring of Honor world title.
Yeah.
He could be real world champion, quote unquote. Like,
sure.
Kind of like how Kevin Owens was running around with the NXT title when he was doing the feud with John Cena for the U.S. title.
Right.
That kind of thing, where like, fuck your title. Your title to me shit. This means everything. My name's on this.
Right.
Thoughts, queries, concerns?
Oh, early Punk earlier. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would screw up any storylines because he hadn't had any up to that point. So I like that. I really like the voice of the independence idea.
Yeah, me too. And it's something that, let's be fair, it was something that was needed back then, because back then that locker room was just the big Brody motherfuckers. it was guys that were established. Even the guys that were getting brought in, they were getting brought in from developmentals, WWE's developmentals. They weren't like real indie guys.
Right.
All right. And then for the last one, we talk about the women's division. Triple H recruits Japanese and independent talents all over the fucking country, all over the fucking world. I can't name you any right offhand, but he wants to expand the women's division to make it more meaningful than just fucking bra and panties, than just the yearly Playboy cover girl.
Right.
He wants to make women's wrestling relevant. So imagine having Mickie James versus Victoria as a 20-minute main event.
Wow. Yeah.
Imagine we run back fucking Trish and Lita one more time before they retire, respectively.
Right.
Let's have those.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not worry about Christy Hemme and Stacy Keibler. I'm just saying those two because I know they were both on the roster in 2005.
Right.
Doing fucking bra and panty shit or fulfill your fantasy pillow fights or whatever.
Yeah, that was a bad time for women's wrestling.
Mm-hmm. And let's not even get started on the live sex celebration.
Oh my God.
And Winky. So your thoughts on the women's thing as well as overall 2005, what I got so far?
I think the sooner we got out of that bra and panties phase, the better. You know, with people like Mickie James and Victoria and Jazz, and they had women that could go. They weren't all Diva Search contestants.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, you need to be able to work. If you can't work, get the fuck out of the way.
Mm-hmm. You want two prime examples of two women they had on the roster around this time that, for whatever reason, wasn't pushed for one reason or another? Ivory,
Mm-hmm.
Molly Holly.
Right.
Two damn
Great
good wrestlers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But because they didn't want to do all the bra and panty shit, because they didn't want to, in their eyes, embarrass themselves on live TV,
Yeah.
they didn't get the proper push that they deserved.
Yeah, because they were legit wrestlers.
Yeah, and I'll be the first one to tell you. Molly Holly, bitch. Right here. Right fucking here.
What?
I would tap that.
Outstanding.
13 to 15-year-old me? Oh, yeah, 100%. Hold on, I got Rip Ruiz calling me in. Just tell him I'm on the pod.
God damn it, Rip.
We love you, Rip. So anyway, 2005 overall, before we go into
I think it's good. Obviously, being the first time I hear it, I can't just still absorbing it, but I can't think of anything that would have made. I mean, everything you said, I think makes the year better.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the only thing I can compare it to. But yeah, I like what you did.
Awesome. All right, so let's go into our first commercial break, and we'll come back with 2006.
We'll be back. What up, Heel Faction? Today's day and age, internet security is of paramount importance. That's why today's sponsor is Surfshark VPN. Tell them about it, Draven.
Dude, it's really quite simple. VPNs are the way of the future. Keeps your stuff secure, safe, and out of hackers' hands. You want to go watch Netflix over in Japan? Flip that shit over. You want to go watch the capital P word, and you can't because you're in one of these states that got it banned? Flip that shit over to another country. Really quite simple.
Absolutely. Keeps your information safe, out of the hands of hackers. VPNs, as Draven said, are the future. If you use the link in the description, you can get Surfshark VPN for 88% off, plus 3 free months.
Damn, that's quite a steal.
Yeah, we're talking about less than $2 per month, plus 3 free months. If you sign up using the link in the description. Safe surfing, happy surfing, keep your shit safe. We'll get back to the show. All right, we are back. Want to remind everybody about the YouTube memberships. Hit that join button down there. We got 2 two tiers to choose from. And we're releasing a new series that's for members only. We rehabilitated and revamped our Talking Shit series,
It has been revived,
and that will be a members exclusive.
as well as we have Dave, our tech guy. He's also on the podcast, giving a non-wrestling perspective to certain wrestling things, but it's more or less just us sitting around and talking shit, literally for like an hour.
Yeah,
So if you want to hear like some old road stories or some funny bullshit or some, never mind, just go listen to them. They're fucking amazing.
yes, they are.
All right, so we have entered 2006.
Okay.
I remember a lot of 2006. There was a lot of alcohol and weed involved. Let's press on. Mark that, Benjamin. So for 2006, I want to start it with something hot. I want to start with something that the technical wrestling fan would drool for. So, as everybody knows, 2006, we didn't have a lot of technical wrestlers
Mm-hmm.
in WWE, but we had two of the greatest technical wrestlers to ever live. Kurt Angle,
Mm-hmm.
Chris Benoit.
Amen, brother.
And before we get further, I know I do this every time Chris Benoit is mentioned. Please do not try to bash us on any of this. We are simply separating the art from the artist. The art that Chris Benoit did, we do not condone anything that he did that terrible night to his wife or his son, or even to himself. But you can't write professional wrestling history without the name Benoit being it. So, we go through a trilogy for Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle. Instead of one-off pay-per-view match, it becomes a year-long series, similar to how we did Flair and Steamboat in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
We have, how can I put this? We have a one-on-one time limit draw. They just can't out wrestle each other. The second one, we go into a 60-minute Iron Man.
Nice.
0-0 draw.
Jesus fuck.
No overtime, no 5 more minutes. They're completely spent. They can't even get up. So for the last match, for the blow-off match, I quit.
Oh. Nice.
But the match only ends when one of them legitimately passes out because they can't wrestle anymore. Legitimately kayfabe. Who do you put over? Because going into 2006, Kurt was borderline heel because he was doing the shit with fucking Daivari. But this was also the year that he got switched over to ECW before he got fired for the drug problem.
Mm-hmm.
Benoit, on the other hand, kind of see him starting to slow down, but at the same time, he was forcing his body to keep up. Probably doesn't help with a CTE. Who do you that last match?
Oh man, that's such a hard thing. That's by this time.
No, here, let me give you the time scale. We'll do one at Rumble. We'll do the Iron Man match at Mania. And we'll do the I Quit match at SummerSlam. That gives plenty of time through each one to have good breather.
Yeah. That's so hard because you're right. Chris was slowing down a little bit. Angle was still arguably in his prime, but it was on.
I would argue this was before his prime.
Yeah.
To me, his prime was like 07 to 08 in TNA. That was prime Kurt.
Yeah.
That was also Perk Angle, but that's not the point.
Right.
So what if we
It's
went
so
what if we
hard.
went with history and Kurt still leaves for TNA?
Does it happen? Like, do people know he's leaving?
No, but remember the circumstances behind him leaving in the first place. Vince wanted him to go to rehab. Kurt refuses to go to rehab, so Vince sent him home. And then Kurt asked for his release and was granted the. And then he went to TNA. This all happened in like a 2-week time span.
Hmm.
So let's say that happens anyway. Vince knows he's going to be sending Kurt home. Not firing, but sending him home to get better. And we make the last match, loser leaves town.
If that's the case, you got to put Chris over.
I agree with that. And that's the only way I could see Chris going up. As good as Chris was. So good.
He's not Kurt Angle.
Not.
Yeah.
But he could be the only one that's Kurt Angle.
No, Chris was brilliant in the ring.
Dude, I would love to sit down and pick, so to speak,
Yeah.
just all that knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, it sucks.
All right. So thoughts, queries, comments on that.
No, I think that would have been is sorely needed. Like that feud had to happen, and it never really in real life they didn't feud, did they?
They feuded and they had a ladder match. No, that was Jericho. That was 2001 that Kurt and Ben, like a little feud. It wasn't too big, but that match is top tier. It's one of my favorite matches ever, and it's Kurt Angle's favorite. The Royal Rumble that he worked Christmas.
Okay, so it wasn't the Rumble match, but they had a match on the card. I have to go back and watch that.
When we go into commercial, I'll grab off my notes and get you an actual pay-per-view for that, so you can go watch it on Netflix, sponsored by Surfshark. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. All right, so let's move on. In 2006, let's talk about John Cena. So by now, Cena is the man. But Triple H books him to where he's more vulnerable. He loses big feuds to like Angle and Jericho. So remember, Jericho's on his way out. But they still want to push him a little bit. So they have Cena lose to him for when he comes back, he fucking beats him, and it makes making his wins feel more earned, more natural, and he's not shoved down the fan's throat. 2006 is when that shit really fucking started.
Yeah.
I hated it. To the point, and this is the year fucking Edge was becoming the Rated R Superstar and the Live Sex Celebration and the Rated R Spinner title and all that shit.
Yeah.
I started cheering for Edge. And I never liked Edge. Ever.
Oh, Jesus.
So, your thoughts on John Cena being more of a vulnerable champion, losing a bit more, but Big Match John is still Big Match John.
Yeah. I like that. I think that gets rid of a lot of the. I think he would have been more over with a broader audience if he had been booked like that, as opposed to just an unstoppable Superman.
And in 2006 is where we flipped the Dr. Thugonomics into hustle, loyalty, respect more naturally.
Yeah.
We have him start cutting promos about it, and then let's say WrestleMania that year. Let's say he's working. Let's say he still keeps the title in this scenario. Like the first one pops up is Orton. I don't want them to. Say it's Cena and Kurt Angle
Okay.
in 2006 at the WrestleMania. That's when my time is now. That's when that gimmick starts.
Okay. Because he worked. I really liked that hybrid gimmick where he was still wearing like baseball jerseys and still rapping, but he had dropped the whole chain and
Dude, 'cause he went from the chain with the padlock to the chain with the fucking spinner logo.
well, no, when he cut that the time where he cut that promo against Big Show and Shawn and Edge and Kurt all in the ring,
The Carlito show one.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that era, he was still rapping.
Yeah, so we're still in 2006.
Okay, cool.
There's something about the chain and the padlock. Something about it.
There is
Yeah, Brody King needs to fucking give that shit up. Fucker.
Chain Gang is the click.
Oh, all right. So let's move on. Speaking of Randy Orton, or Randall Keith, 2006 is when Evolution officially completely implodes and splits up. So we send Triple H off with Batista. We send Ric Flair off with Randy Orton. Somehow we get Bob Orton in there later on. So it's finally splits from Evolution, becoming a very dangerous heel in 2006. Triple H's long-term booking uses Orton as Cena's yin to his yang after WrestleMania. The younger, arrogant, but technically gifted third-generation superstar. But in 2006, we still got a feud going on here because I still want that feud with Undertaker with him because I feel that made Randy Orton.
Yeah.
In 2005, but let's push it to 2006 where he's a little bit smarter, less arrogant, he's less cocky, he's more cold, he's more calculus, and he's instead of Bob Orton being at his side, we have Ric Flair at his side. And we run Taker Orton SummerSlam. We run Taker Orton at No Mercy, and we run Taker Orton at Armageddon like they were supposed to in 2005 in Hell in a Cell. They still get the trilogy. We don't get the WrestleMania match with Orton, unfortunately. We do SummerSlam where Orton does get the victory over Undertaker, so 1-1, and then we go into No Mercy where Taker gets his win back, but Orton does something stupid like setting a fucking casket on fire, some shit like that, where Taker takes time off, comes back at Survivor Series. You remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
So we run that in 2006 instead of 2005. Thoughts, queries, concerns?
No, I don't have a problem with moving that feud.
Just have a problem that fucking Rep Theory didn't record voices until 2008. Get on your shit, guys. All right, so let's go back to the tag team division in 2006. Stables still drive the division. Ric Flair's trying to rebuild Evolution. Randy Orton. I want to put Garrison Cade there because I don't know if you remember him too well before he passed.
Mm-hmm.
In 2004, Garrison Cade and Mark Jindrak had a tag team together.
Okay.
And clearly Garrison Cade had more talent there. They put him with Chris Jericho in 2008 when he put the suit on.
You just made the list!
That's right. He's just a great talent.
Mm-hmm.
Great talent. I'd put Garrison Cade there. I'd put Tess there because Tess was fucking floundering at this point. He needed something to do, even though he was in actual timeline. He was in ECW about on his way out because he just couldn't fucking keep heat off of him. So you'd have Orton, you have Garrison Cade, you'd have Tess, and you would have Ric Flair as the man.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
That's a lot.
That is. 2006 also, Jeff Hardy re-signs with WWE.
Okay.
We had the Hardy Boys reform. We have an alliance between Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit, kind of reigniting that tag team from 2002. And you still have La Resistance. You have the world's greatest tag team that hasn't broke up yet. I really just say fucking bring the Briscoes in, but goddamn, too soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, thoughts, theories, comments, concerns on the tag team division being further built up.
Who you asking?
I'm not asking fucking Elwood. I'm asking you. Shut up, Elwood.
More tag team, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you know me, I'm a tag team guy. I love that shit. So I have no problem with that getting bigger.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, let's run this bitch to fucking one more commercial break, and we're going to hit 2007 and 2008 and finish up.
Castell. Indulge in the revolution.
All right, we're back. Thank you, Castell Vodka, our ride or die sponsor from the very beginning.
You can drink that shit neatly.
Yes, you can.
Straight from the bottle, I promise you. I've done it more than once this year. All right. 2007. Well, before we get into 2007, I didn't ask, so I'm gonna just ask more of just a brief overview. How do you feel about 2006?
Oh, I didn't have a problem with any of it.
So in 2007, we
More
signed.
tag team shit.
Yep. So in 2007, we signed Dark Cordz to a 20-year deal for $10 million a year.
Outstanding. When did this happen? Where's my fucking money?
you decided to be like Ric Flair and just try to spend that shit in alcohol
Oh, Jesus.
and weed. Oh, and woo wings. Don't forget the woo wings.
Woo!
By the way, those are some of the worst chicken wings I ever fucking had. I ordered them just to see. Little Caesars has better wings. I'm just saying. God,
Good Lord.
pretty sure Little Caesars were at least cooked all the way.
Oh, no.
All right. So, 2007. We're gonna call this the work rate era.
Okay.
We got Cena versus Orton versus Edge. That becomes the main event triangle, while Benoit, Jericho, and Eddie. Because I can't be dead. Sorry. Neither one of them can be dead in my timeline.
Okay.
Sorry.
I can deal with that.
While Benoit, Jericho, Eddie, CM Punk, and Rey Mysterio headline the other side. The main event is not just 2 to 3 guys, but a rotation of all said workers. So one show would be Cena Orton, one show would be Cena Edge, one show would be Edge Orton, and then we culminate it into a triple threat on that side.
Okay.
Similar to the other side, but since there's more there, obviously I'm talking about with Benoit, Jericho, Eddie, Punk, and Rey Mysterio. We have them all on SmackDown. We make them the new SmackDown 6. We have the main event. We keep Taker off air and only use him and Kane and like the Boogeyman and shit like that for special attractions
Okay.
when it needs to happen. We don't keep him on there every week. Let's face it, if we did it that way, Taker would have been a lot more healthy than it.
Yeah, for sure.
So your thought about that so far?
So far, so
The,
good. Elwood, what the fuck are you doing, dog? Medicine. All right. We get the idea. It's medicine.
in the bag. In the bag.
Steroids, Superman pills, Viagra, speed me up pills, and super strength pills. Come on, man.
I hate to burst your I hate to burst your bubble. Look, you see where it says vitamin D? That's the same vitamin you get in milk. This is not for your dick. These aren't dick pills. There's no Viagra here.
All the other ones completely legit though.
No, because I'm pretty sure half of those are fucking Flintstone gummies. Who did you get the? Never mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to be an accessory.
Steroids, big dick pills.
Ain't no big dick pills. Those vitamin D.
I understand.
If you want some vitamin D, either call Big Dick Randy or go get some milk. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, by the way, how is your wrestling training? How are you feeling?
It sucks, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. Oh, I did talk to your coach. Tomorrow you're starting spike bumps.
Oh.
He can find out on his own.
Good Lord.
Oh, no. He's getting the full experience, my man. He hasn't quit yet. I'll give him that. He has not quit.
It is not.
He's learned how to take a proper flat back
Yep.
while everybody else is doing fucking flip bumps. He's finally learned how to do a flat back. So he's only fucking 2 weeks behind.
Hey. Slow and steady.
Yeah,
You get there.
Well, he's only on a 12-week program, so fuck. Every week after that's an additional $200. I don't know. The $1,500 was enough.
That was enough.
Notice how $1,500 you got more fucking out of that than $5 fucking grand from the dude from the fucking hardware store.
Jesus.
Where was that?
I don't
2007.
know. Okay, 2007. I'm.
You know,
Where did he get all that shit from?
That's your hobo. Actually, you know what, Dave? Check into that. Make sure all that shit's legit. If not, I'm calling his probation. He has probation, right?
I don't think so. He just lives freely.
Calling the cops.
I don't know, lawyer.
I'm either calling the cops or I'm gonna call Ricky Autistic for you.
Put away. 2007.
2007. I can't go a year without talking about my boy CM Punk. This is CM Punk's breakthrough year.
Okay.
We have him win Money in the Bank in 2007 instead of 2008. Instead of Edge and Orton hogging the spotlight, Punk is the new voice of rebellion, main eventing with John Cena by the end of 2007.
Cool.
I also feel with the way this would run, we could get to the Second City Saint gimmick a lot quicker. We could probably skip the Straight Edge Society, which personally I loved, but it didn't do good for ratings.
Yeah. Wasn't big for me.
Just like Nexus. Nexus wasn't big for me either.
Yeah.
Except the time Justin Roberts got choked out, but that's for another reason. All right. And then finally, the women's division with a rebranded championship, not the Divas Championship. No butterfly bullshit. With a rebranded championship, defended an actual feud, similar to how the NXT women's title first started up with Natalya and Paige and all them.
Okay.
Trish doesn't retire. Lita doesn't retire. We have Trish, Lita, Victoria, and Lita have legitimate rivalries with future superstars such as Mickie James and Beth Phoenix, Ashley Mazzaro, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And yes, I know what you said about the Diva Search thing, but to be fair, Ashley Mazzaro was like one of the very few that came out of that and actually learned how to wrestle and was halfway decent.
No.
And I'm not just saying that because she was fucking hot.
No, Ashley Massaro, Caitlyn, like there are a couple that came from that that can go.
Yep.
And, you know, obviously they're welcome to stay.
Oh, yeah. Caitlyn can all. So your thoughts for 2007? Anything you want to add to it? Any superstar that I haven't mentioned that you just need to have somewhere on the card?
I mean, I'm always going to want more Randy. So
to speak.
Let's so to speak. So why don't we have him start turning into his 2009 self early?
What makes you think we already haven't tried that? With him being with Ric Flair and being that sadistic heel,
Sure.
we've already kind of jump-started it. We're just not going to shave his head.
Yeah.
Bald Randy's not exactly the best-looking Randy of that. He still had baby fat. Come on.
Well,
Yeah. Plus, we still needed him to get injured so he can take time off to get the sleep tattoos.
right.
Right.
Those are important.
Now, we can go ahead and, like, jump-start the punt kick.
That'd be cool.
We could do that. Probably leave that into 2008.
Okay.
But what's one name I've been leaving off of here for the past couple years?
Triple H.
Triple H,
Yeah.
because he's more focused on getting everyone else over. He's officially kind of stepped back to be a special attraction. Similar with Shawn. Shawn's now more of a special attraction. Undertaker's a special attraction. All the Attitude guys are where they actually needed to be in this time frame and not working every week.
I got you. Makes a lot of sense.
All right, so let's finish up with 2008. I think that's a good place to really tie it off because 2009, 2010, I really had to reach for shit,
Yeah.
and it just wasn't that much there for me to reach on. Now, once we got to 2011 and 2012, and with the pipe bomb and all that shit going on, like I could cook. But after 2010, I was like, fuck, I'm tired. And just like John Cena in 2006, hated it. So let's finish up with 2008. I think that's a good place to tie it off.
All right.
All right. So
Pinch it off.
we build up Cena versus Orton as this generation's Rock versus Austin. And to be fair, I will argue the point that it is.
Yes.
It's definitely this generation's. So instead of the Orton Cena as a sole rivalry, Cena and Punk are more positioned as philosophical opposites. Yang, company to indie rebel kind of deal. But CM Punk kind of sides with Cena kind of being more what's best for the company.
Right.
All right. So if you got Rock Austin here, this would have pissed off Punk fucking 10 years ago. Punk is the Triple H of the fucking feud. Punk is the number 3 guy.
Okay.
So your thought on that? Building that up earlier as the Rock Austin.
I'm good with it.
How do you feel about the CM Punk being the 3rd guy? Because he can feud with both of them because he's basically stuck in the
somebody's got to be the 3rd guy, and
he can tween. He can work babyface.
Yeah.
He can work heel. He's the perfect one at that point.
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
No problems with that.
And yes, Randy got the sleeve tattoos. Yes, we shaved his head. Yes, he puts an ungodly amount of spray tan on. And yes, he's punt kicking motherfuckers. And yes, he has voices.
All is right with the world.
All right. Oh, and he punt kicked Ric Flair to get him off TV so he can be more of a backstage thing.
Nice.
It was coming. So in 2008, and like I said, couldn't kill off Eddie and I couldn't kill off Chris.
I know. Yeah.
So with an alternate timeline, Chris Benoit transitions more into a respectable backstage veteran locker room leader. Not working every week, but working when it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Putting over Punk, putting over Orton, putting over Eddie, putting over Ray. And of course, at this time, Eddie's also kind of transitioning more to a backstage role as well.
Right.
Chris Benoit is where Shawn Michaels was from 2008 to 2012.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yep.
There to help get the younger talent over. Thoughts? And
I think it's great.
And let's just go ahead and say Chris Benoit retires at the end of 2008.
I think that's a great career.
Do you give him one more title run? Because remember, in this reality, he had the one world championship for WWE, but he had a longer reign.
Right.
He had a damn near year-long reign.
Yeah.
As opposed with actual timeline, he only had like 4 months.
Right.
So if he only had it the 4 months, would you give him one more reign? And also, if he had that year-long reign, would you still allow him to have one more? I want to know from both perspectives. And if so, would it be the WWE title or would it be the world title?
It would definitely be the world title.
Okay. So I think Undertaker had it in 2008, Kane had it in 2008, CM Punk had it in 2008, and Jeff Hardy had it in 2008.
There's the victim.
Jeff.
Takes it off Jeff Hardy.
Okay. Who beats him for it?
Short run and Taker takes it from him.
I agree with the short run. However, to really put somebody else in the new generation, I wouldn't have Taker do it. I'd have Punk do it. Punk would gain more from it.
Okay.
Because remember, Punk's first ECW title match was supposed to be Punk and Benoit.
You're right.
It's the match we never got. It's the match I've always wanted to see.
I got you.
All right. All right. So let's move on to Edge.
I haven't heard him for a while.
Do you know him?
Thought I did.
Okay. So we point him out as the cornerstone heel of SmackDown.
Yeah.
Triple H books Edge less as a cowardly opportunist and more as a dangerous cerebral villain. His feud with Cena is prolonged so that Orton Cena can happen, but we put him with Undertaker to make that the reason the Undertaker goes away. Bring him back for a short feud, special attraction. You have Edge, take him out of commission, show how dangerous he is. Of course, with a concerto or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts?
I like it. I would like him more as a strategist than as chicken shit heel. I think he can be diabolical in that role.
Yes.
So
And
I'm
he's
good
proven
with-
that.
Yeah.
Definitely, he's proven that. Would you put him with somebody else besides The Undertaker? Because I just had a name pop up, so I just want to say a different name.
I mean, I don't know. Do you take him back to a spooky kind of gimmick? Or do you.
No, I like the Rated R Superstar when he was like grungy, down to earth,
Okay.
but he's psychotic. He I don't know if you remember how the transition happened from just like Edge babyface in 2004, and he just basically like went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and like just went crazy.
No.
I'll have to send you some stuff, but that's the Edge I want.
Okay.
The cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, mad at the fucking world, psychotic, will do anything to fucking. He's the ultimate opportunist, but more sadistic.
Okay. Okay. I have to go and check some of that out, but it sounds perfect.
All right. So for 2008, is there any other name that you would put with that to further solidify him being cold, calculus, and dangerous? I got one, and they had great chemistry when they worked in 2005.
Talking about Randy Orton,
Talking about Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
And that would give a reason for Shawn to go off TV.
Yeah.
You make him the cornerstone heel of SmackDown. Build up CM Punk to be the cornerstone babyface of SmackDown. You still have Orton Cena here because the third guy can't always be here. Third guy needs to be somewhere else working on something.
Right.
And you can have Punk and Edge.
Mm-hmm.
And when the time comes, you need Punk to go up here to work with Cena, or you need Edge to go up here and work with Randy, or vice versa. It's there.
Right.
You can do interpromotional matches.
Yeah, I don't see any flaws in that logic. I mean, I would love to have seen more Edge versus Punk.
Okay.
Where is Christian? Is he in TNA right
Christian's
now?
in TNA. Christian's in TNA. Kurt's moved to TNA at this time. Obviously, Sting's in TNA. Jeff is in WWE. But, Kind of fed him. Fed him to Benoit for this.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think, what's I haven't heard Taker in
We said something about Taker as far as
working with Edge.
Right. But again, that's special attraction. You
Special
only
attraction,
bring him
yeah.
in. You only bring King in. Like the supernatural shit. At this point in time, it felt hokey. It just it needed to go away so we can miss it.
Yeah.
Plus,
But no, I'm good with.
plus you keep Kane off TV long enough, you can just put a mask back on and be fucking.
Yeah. Little refresh.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened with Taker. Taker went off TV for 3 months and came back as the dead man.
Yeah.
All right, so
This has been a fun couple of weeks.
That's been the ruthless aggression. So instead of the PG era being seen as a downgrade, Triple H's booking transitions seamlessly into work rate heavy NXT main roster style, keeping older fans invested while making stars for the young generation. That was my mindset for this.
Mm.
And yes, I know it's kind of a cop out because, I pulled a lot from his NXT bookings, but it worked.
Yeah.
NXT Black and Gold fucking worked. Better than Raw, better than SmackDown.
Yes, it did.
So why not just take the main talent, the main roster guys, and put them in that style of booking? That was my thought process, which I know threw you for a fucking curb. Because you were expecting me just to hand the golden shovel to Triple H and be like, all right, bury that motherfucker, bury both of them motherfuckers.
Right.
Fuck her while burying him on top of fucking her.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting Triple H to book as he was at the time.
Well,
but I like you better the way you went because it put compelling stuff together and not just a whole bunch of squashes.
Fuck it, in 2009, this is just piss off Edgar. In 2009, AJ Styles gets signed and wins every fucking title in one night.
That's right. All the titles. He even wins the women's title that night.
He wins the women's title and turns it into the Divas title. Just fucking piss you off. So, get ready to fly. Hey.
Shit. All right. Let's take us out of here. Do some pleasantries. Wrap them up, and let's get out of here.
All right, pleasantries. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget this Sunday at 12 noon Eastern, 11 Central, Johnny motherfucking Hughes. For HSP, we will be going over the rise, the fall, and the slight rise of the Wyatt Six.
Yes.
More of a conversational piece. I don't want to go through the booking and shit.
Yeah.
I want a conversational piece
Mm-hmm.
from the time they debuted to the time I went to the shitter about 3 weeks later, back to they're kind of getting back with the tag team stuff. And I understand injuries happen and shit like that, but we need to talk about it.
Yep.
We need it. Also, do not forget WIW Weekend Wrestling with Dark Cordz, Draven Grimes, and Edgar. From the Long Stroke No Shaft fucking podcast. I mean the Snug Wrestling podcast. I'm sorry. It's the fuck Logan Paul in me, man.
Fuck Logan Paul.
It's the fuck Logan Paul in me. Edgar from the Snug Wrestling podcast will join us this Tuesday night to go over the previous week's plethora of wrestling news, stories, drama. I got one coming. It includes with one Matthew fucking Riddle.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
He's been talking some shit.
He's been talking shit, and I want to talk some shit about it on WIW this week.
All right.
Speaking of talking shit, I'm glad you brought that back up. One more time, we have revived talking shit. It is on the $1.99 tier for the video. Have we released it on audio podcast yet?
Yes, it comes out every Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, you get double the trouble for talking shit. And let me tell you, some shit's been talked on there.
All right.
Some crazy shit.
Yes, sir.
My God. Going to hell. And as always, every Thursday night is
Fantasy Wars.
You didn't hit the Crusher Knopf. Now I got to buy dairy treats and deep fried shit. God damn it. So, what do you think we're talking about next week?
Well, didn't you just tell me Stone Cold something. What if Stone Cold didn't do the
What
Austin
if-
316 promo?
What if Stone Cold did not do the Austin 316 promo at King of the Ring 96? How would that impact or not impact the rise of one Stone Cold Steve Austin? That is going to be pretty controversial. Can't wait. I'll wait. We have not done anything for Austin yet on this show. We've been doing this show for, what, 3 months, 4 months now?
Something like that.
And Austin hasn't even come up once.
Nope.
Boy, let me tell you. Stone Cold Mark right motherfucking here. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I know that history like the back of my hand. After the Ringmaster.
After the Ringmaster.
We don't talk about the Ringmaster in this motherfucker. But that's going to be great. And as always, check us out on all the social media platforms at Heel Shit Podcast. If you have any questions, email us at heelshitpodcast@gmail.com. We'll read your questions live if you wish. We'll answer them on air if you wish. If you want them privately answered, make it out in the description. And last but not least, the merch.
The merch.
Just envision NWO shit.
For life.
There it is. It is fucking beautiful. As always, you can get the OG HSP insignia. You can get TFK stuff. Dark Horse Draven Grimes, Rip Ruiz, my personal favorite, the Fuck Logan Paul shirt. T-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, and more, all down there in the Streamlabs site down below. If you are a YouTube Premium member, you get your own store with merch at cost, and there is exclusive merch that you can only get from that store. So check that shit out if you're a YouTube Premium member. One more time for the YouTube Premium members. $1.99 gets you about everything you ever wanted, including the new talking shit. If you want to go with a $4.99 and you want to get on that Zoom call, if you want the follow backs on the social medias and more personalized conversations, we can do that for you too. It's all right down there in the link below, and I am done.
Outstanding. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed as much as we did. For Draven Grimes, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Bad guys do heel shit. Peace.
Shit podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following